Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is October 1st, 2025. We got a new month, and it's about 90 days until the end of the year. So we're actually starting it off a little weird. You got a government shutdown, the first one in almost a decade. You got a government shutdown, the first one in almost a decade. Yeah, 7 years. And then you had ADP data. I think you guys can notice right now the bonds actually got a bid. The market's actually down a little bit here to start. We'll see where it leads us, but the ADP private payrolls once again came in negative. Remember, that's what happened last time. Again, we were just talking about the bad jobs reports, and remember the vibe that we had up until Powell pretty much walked it back. But once again, JOLTS did nothing. ADP today, it came in lower, and they even revised it way lower again, both negative. And now you got a bid on the bonds, but equities haven't moved as much. So we'll see where it takes us here. We got most of the data. You may hear a little bit more here and there. I think biotechs are probably going to be moving a lot. We got confirmation on the LAC deal, so GG's if you got that one. And then we take it in to Thursday, Friday, baby. You got some post earnings. Oh, but we have began the new month, Chad, so I hope you're ready for it. And tomorrow's our final day, I think. We'll find out. But good morning. How you doing, baby? What up, Farmer Jim? Hansel, E.B., Bruno, Alex, Enzo, Uri, CM, Mr. Sandman, Mr. Fahar. Oh, good day start. NRG, PNC, Dakota, the strong term. Good morning, baby. What up, Shasta? What up, Senor? What up, Avery? How you doing, hustling? So, Myers, Jamar, Chris, Kurt, Q, Julie. Good morning. What up, Graham? How you doing, Eat and Run? Good morning, Mr. Edwards. Hey, yo, Zeke, it's gonna be a good day. I know. Oh, yeah, Trav, it's a great day already. Did anybody tell you guys? It's gonna be an amazing day. Oh, I know, it's 5, 6 a.m. It's gonna be great, Randy. Tell him, Xavier. Hey, yo, Brown Tom Cruise, spread the word. It's a beautiful day. What up, Gravy? How you doing, V16? El Coyote. Oh. So Chattadonia, I hope you're ready. Let's start off this month great. I don't think we need to start. It's already great. So all you got to do is vibe with it, man. That's it. Oh, so let's have a good one. And God bless you. And good morning. And here is Josh AI with the news, baby. Top overnight news, government shutdown, U.S. government shutdown begins after Senate rejects stopgap funding legislation. Axios, Washington Post, New York Times. Trump says a lot of good could come from shutdown, threatens layoffs and defunding of programs he doesn't like. NY Times. Republicans and Democrats both redefine priorities ahead of midterm elections amid government shutdown. Bloomberg FT. Longer government shutdowns significantly impact economic growth, leading to reduced consumer spending, disrupted services. Link. U.S. government shutdown results in furloughing 750K workers and costing $400 million daily in lost compensation. Bloomberg link. Washington White House withdraws E.J. Antoni's nomination to head BLS amid concerns over qualifications and partisanship. Axios. White House to unveil Trump RX, a direct-to-consumer drug website following deal with Pfizer. Link. Trade tariffs, USTR Greer say administration will resort to alternative authority to impose tariffs should reciprocal duties be struck down. FT. USTR Greer says 55% China tariffs, good status quo, flags trade deals with SE Asia. Bloomberg. Republicans voice doubts that China will resume purchases of U.S. agricultural purchases. Bloomberg. Korea agrees to provide U.S. monthly data on FX interventions, commit to avoiding FX manipulation as part of accord. Bloomberg. Taiwan rejects White House demand to produce 50% of American chip needs in U.S. Reuters. EU to restrict steel imports, proposing to cut foreign quotas by nearly half and increase tariffs to address overcapacity. Bloomberg. Markets. Traders ramp up bullish Treasury options positions, betting that economic drag from shutdown will favor Fed rate cuts. Bloomberg. Investor optimism going into Q4 on the rise despite evolving risks. Axios. Some question 2025 rally sustainability. Link. Investors dismiss Powell's warning on high stock valuations as history shows strong performance, at least in near term. Bloomberg. U.S. dollar index has drifted lower, both during the past 3 most recent government shutdowns. Bloomberg. Alphabet shares on track for biggest quarterly gain in 20-year on AI momentum. Bloomberg. Corporate. Nike beats on top and bottom line, warns of challenging sales outlook during holding season, costlier tariff impact. CNBC. Pfizer avoids Trump's pharma tariffs by agreeing to cut drug prices up to 85% and sell directly to Americans. Bloomberg. Tesla raises lease prices for all U.S. vehicles following expiration of $7,500 federal tax credit for electric vehicles. Reuters. Apple and OpenAI seek dismissal of Elon Musk's XAI lawsuit, denying allegations of conspiring to limit competition in AI. Bloomberg. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman made low-key visit Taiwan in bid to secure AI chip and server supply. Digitimes. NVIDIA faces challenges from rising China competition amid geopolitical tensions, raising questions about its market leadership. FT. District Court rejects ARM Holdings litigation against Qualcomm challenging licensing agreements. Bloomberg. Berkshire Hathaway closing in on $10 billion deal to acquire Occidental's petrochemical business. FT. Novo Nordisk to reveal late-stage Alzheimer's trial results for semaglutide pill. Bloomberg. BlackRock's Global Infrastructure Partners nears $38 billion deal to acquire utility group AES. FT. U.S. DOE to acquire 5% stake in Lithium Americas and separate stake in company's lithium mine JV with GM. Bloomberg. Oklo is targeting to launch at least one of its 3 planned U.S. nuclear reactors by mid-2026. Bloomberg. China's state-run iron ore buyer halts new BHP cargo purchases, escalating a pricing dispute with major steel makers. Bloomberg. Central banks. Shutdown heaps pressure on a divided Fed, with some policymakers advocating for urgency on rates while others urge caution. NYT. Dallas Fed President Logan warns limited room for further rate cuts amid persistent inflation and resilient demand. Bloomberg. Chicago Fed's Goolsbee says latest round of tariff announcements may renew business uncertainty. Bloomberg. Lagarde says ECB's interest rate stance not fixed, can act if needed. FT. Nagel urges Europe to back Fed's independence. Reuters. Boise Lambardelli says policy cannot always ignore inflation shocks. Reuters. Man says high UK inflation now persistent. Reuters. RBI unchanged on rates, keeping neutral stance, favors wait-and-see approach, unveils measures to improve credit flow. Bloomberg. Economy. Eurozone manufacturing conditions deteriorate in September, driven by reduced new orders and job cuts. Reuters. Euro area inflation rises to 2.2% in September, supporting the ECB's decision to maintain steady interest rates. Bloomberg. Sentiment among Japan's large manufacturers and non-manufacturers steady as October rate hike expectations grow. Reuters. South Korea export growth blows past expectations amid surge in semiconductor shipments. Reuters. Asia PMIs show uneven tariff impact on regional manufacturing activity. Bloomberg. Geopolitics. Trump says Hamas has 3-4 days to accept Gaza plan. Reuters. Axios. Israeli strike on Qatar paved way for Gaza plan. Axios. Trump to meet Argentine President Milei in 2 weeks as Argentina seeks U.S. credit swap line amid tensions. FT. Reuters. EU leaders to discuss establishing drone wall amid recent airspace incursions by Russian jets, alleged drones. Bloomberg. CNBC. Bloomberg. CNBC. There's a more. Illumina, new focus on data assets and AI. That's a biotech. Or? But Chad, we got a little bit more. S&P futures, they are down by 0.4 Wednesday morning off pre-market lows. Comes after U.S. equities finished mostly higher on Tuesday. Pharma, big gamer, Pfizer, pricing deal, tariff delay with the White House, consumer finance, travel, leisure, notable laggards. U.S. equities posted strong gains for both September and Q3. Treasuries firmer with some curve steepening. Yields down 6 basis points at the short end. Dollar little change. Gold is up by 0.9 after a 10% jump in September and a 17% rally in Q3. Bitcoin is up by 2.1 and WTI is down by 0.6. ADP payrolls, the latest high-profile data point highlighting labor market softening, underpinning expectations of a 50 basis point additional easing this year. At the same time, the market still seems to be focused on a temporary labor market slowdown, given cushion from Fed easing, OBBB, eventual tariff clarity, and structural dynamics. Government shutdown mentioned as an overhang on risk, sentiment coming off of a strong quarter, though it is widely telegraphed and seems to be more noise than news at this point, with data delays in the near-term being the near-term complication. Earnings a relative bright spot with outside focus on turnaround momentum at Nike. More notable M&A headlines with AES reportedly set to acquire in a $38 billion deal with Vetco to be acquired by ACLS for 2.1. September ADP private payrolls printed at negative 32,000, weakest read since March 2023. Jobs declined, small and mid-sized firms increased at large companies. August also revised down to negative 3K from a gain of 54,000. However, noted September release involved data recalibration. ISM manufacturing for September is still to come this morning. Scheduled construction spending release likely suspended during government shutdown. ISM manufacturing expected to see a slight uptick to 49. Looking ahead, initial claims data scheduled for Thursday to be delayed by government shutdown, leaving August factory orders as the loan data release. Similar dynamics on Friday with the official BLS labor market data putting the focus on September ISM services. Quieter in terms of corporate news, Conagra, the notable reporter this morning. Nike fiscal Q1 results ahead with street positive on overall turnaround, return to revenue growth in NA, spring wholesale order book backing up year-over-year acceleration. AES boosted by Financial Times report close to being acquired by BOK, owned by Global Infrastructure Partners in $36 billion deal. BRKB near deal to acquire petrochemical unit from Oxy for $10 billion. Maine, Q1 EPS and revenue missed, and company received subpoena from state of New York over egg pricing practices. LAC up big on disclosure of Department of Energy taking 5% stake in the company, along with a 5% stake in the Thacker Pass lithium project with GM. Tesla raised lease prices in U.S. following expiration of EV tax credit. FCX reportedly nearing deal to divest additional shares in PT Freeport. ACLS and Vetco to combine in all-stock merger. Wow, Habibi. That's not bad. Not bad at all. You have a pre-market moving. Yes. ASTS up by 8, Bluebird 6 completes final assembly and testing. Post on X, Nike is up by 4.5 off earnings. IoT 2.2 Evercore upgrade. TS up 2.0 completes first 600 million tranche of 1.2 billion buyback. Delta up 1.3 Jeffries upgrade. Arquite 1.3 completes acquisition of Mr. Cooper. Carvana is up by 1.3 Jeffries upgrade. LAC 37.6 non-binding agreement to advance first draw of 435 million on $2.2 billion loan. In Sympathy, SLI and UAMY. RZLV up 24 off earnings. AES up 10. Global Infrastructure Partners set to acquire AES. Vetco up 6.8 to combine an all-stock merger. 4.7 on run. Jeffries upgrade. DGNX up 4. Strategic agreement with iNeed. Zeta is up by 3 to acquire Marigold Enterprise Business for 325. Peloton up 3.2 announces new product portfolio and all-access membership price increase. Geo is up by 2.8 off contract. Go was up 2.8. Telsey Advisory upgrade. TRMD 2.6. Pareto upgrade. PII is up by 2.0. City upgrade. Conagra is up by 1.8 off earnings. SkyW up 1.8. Raymond James upgrade. GGAL up 1.7. HSBC resumes buy. Epsim EPSM up 59%. NVA is up by 24. Subsidiary award 43 million in funding by US DOW. Is that Department of War? Is that what DOW is? I'm used to D of E. That's fucking crazy. To produce antimony trisulfide. PepG up 6.9. RA Capital purchased 9.4 million shares. SLND is up by 4.2. Awarded projects totaling 130 million. GROY up 2.8. Sale of Spanish Moon project to Kinross Gold. Where is the next one? Why won't it load? Don't worry. One more. Bitcoin make a 2%. Gold and silver make a 2%. Trading lower, Reddit down 10. ChatGPT reportedly reducing Reddit citations. Docs down 6.4. Goldman downgrade. RPM down 4.6 off earnings. AYI down 2.8 off earnings. GEV 2.3. RBC downgrade. Marvel down 2.3. TD Cohen downgrade. ALAB down 2.2. TD Cohen initiates hold. Micron down 1.8. Reaction to Samsung Hynix with OpenAI. ARM down 1.4. U.S. District Court grants Qualcomm complete victory licensing. RKLB down 1.3. And then Wayfair down 1.3 as well. PTLK down 7.5. Calm down 7.5. Earnings subpoena from New York. Air down 6.7. 3 million share offering. VSAT down 4.8. Barclays downgrade. ERO down 2.7. FBio down 28. CRL relating to NNDA of CUTX 101 to treat Menkes disease in pediatric patients. ENTA down 16. 50 million offering. VSA down 15. Launches 2 billion Solana Treasury Initiative with partnership with Marinade Finance. And then DLXY down 15. Recent IPO. Okay. So on that note, damn, Pfizer's going crazier. So I hope you guys watch yesterday's watch list, because you should know what's going to happen, right? Today is going to be its own little day. You're already late. And then what's going to happen Friday to Monday? It'll probably do one of these, and then it'll continue again on the next headline, unless acted upon by equal or opposite force. But Chatadonia, that's everything. That's it. Maybe 2 days, it may be 1 week, it may be 1 month. That's the problem. 2 days, 3 days is a good template, but that's just not going to be guaranteed. So that's why we're going to have to juggle whatever the data is. In this case, we're waiting for more updates from the government in terms of pricing and all of that. We already have Pfizer in the long term. I mean, I told you guys 24 is my price. We're getting back to my level now, so that's kind of unfortunate. But the whole idea, I brought it up yesterday. I think Merck is the high quality one if you really want to tag along, but I don't like Pfizer at these prices. I like it. I did like it at these prices 2 years ago, but then after watching it be dead money for a little bit, $24 is that sweet spot. But then again, if this turns into an Intel deal, if it turns into a value recovery, I mean, this price might be very cheap today. But that's the point. We were early. We did our job. Now this time we're actually making up a loss in the long term, which is a little different, but let's see. So yeah, where is it? Pfizer. Oh, that's it. We only got 47. So that's decent. But yeah, we were down a little bit more, but I think, where's the last time? Yeah, my last price was 26. And then, yeah, I was waiting for the 24. So even then, but that was like, what, a year ago? A year and a half ago? And then the prior one was about 2 years ago. So that's the dilemma. I like it, but I don't like paying too much premium. But then again, what happened with Intel? You guys remember what happened with Intel, right? Because Intel was crazy. I kind of hope you realize it. What was crazy about it is that you guys watched me like, you know my template and rules, and then you saw me adjust and go right away. Does that make sense? Because think about it. Intel, we were already up. The stock was already up. So it was at $18 the week before. I would never do that. I don't like that. Why the fuck would I pay $25, $23 when it was just going for 18? But then again, considering the information and like we were talking about, I was like, you know what? There you go. So I don't know if I feel the same way about Pfizer. Them partnering up with Trump, the government, it could be good, but I do think the Intel one was easier to interpret, if that makes sense, right? I knew instantly with the value, the chips, the book value. Remember, Intel was right at book value for 2 years. So Pfizer, I don't know if we could say the same thing, but it is similar in terms of it's already moving. You got value. You now have the government thing. But yeah, we're still in this weird middle ground. But good luck. We'll see where it takes us. Other than that, if you have any more questions, though, this would be the time. This would be the time. What's the one I wanted to see? There was one on that list. Yeah. Nova, NVA. That was the one. The Department of War. It's Australian, I think. But that one was interesting. And then, yeah, I just wrote Pfizer. And then LAR, too. So some of you guys are thinking Elon and LAC, but I do think we haven't heard from Argentina. So if we do get an update on Argentina with whatever America does, I think there might be something there. Otherwise, if not, that play is going to get clapped. So if in the next couple weeks, if you don't hear anything about LAR Argentina and it doesn't start following along with LAC, then womp, womp, womp. I don't know what I think about Elon trying to cancel Netflix. I had a dilemma about this. I thought about it yesterday because I never cancel Netflix. And I always think it's kind of ridiculous sometimes. And like, you guys remember the Cuties thing? And during Cuties, people were canceling Netflix. But now, in a weird, I don't know why, something about this one, and this is where it gets weird. I'm like, why does it bother me more that they're sending propaganda to kids than weird kids content? So that's where the dilemma is. But then I realized it. One was for adults, one's for children. You may judge the adults and you know their PDF files, but at the end of the day, the content for kids is kind of like crazy. So I found the solution though. I think they need to start, and it sucks though too, because I know the solution, but then when I say it out loud, I remind myself of the hyper religious boomers from 20 years ago in video games. But sadly, I kind of agree. And I think that they need to start putting a warning label. I think that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of this content, if it's for children and it propagandizes sex, gender, and all these things, there should be a warning label. Yeah, like ESRB, sadly. That's why I say it. I feel like I'm a church boomer from the 2000s talking about violent video games, but it really is like, because I was surprised. I mean, and it's just different. Like, this is for children. Like, I don't know. I think Cuties was weird, and I didn't like that Cuties thing, but I didn't cancel, and I didn't agree with canceling over that. Because I was like, dude, it's weird adults watching it. I'm going to keep my Netflix, but it was bad. But now this is for children. I mean, kids are watching, and if uneducated parents put it on, and it's like, this is propaganda. Just like, you got to realize the sad part is the people making this propaganda, they are the same people that complained about this type of propaganda showing up in kids' contents 20 years ago, but religious. Just like when they would start putting in Jesus in cartoons and all of the traditional morals, people got mad at that. So now, why the fuck would you do it with the opposite shit? So, yeah, I think leave the children's content. And at the end of the day, though, it made me, I don't know how I feel about the cancellation, but I don't like it. I do agree with Elon more, but I sadly think the answer is warning labels, because I don't think people are going to stop, and everybody wants to highlight, certain things and certain content, and that's fine, but we should all be aware. And that's just the thing. I think a lot of people just got surprised and were not aware of what was in some of these cartoons. I don't know when the results come in, but you guys heard that, right? So think about it. I gave you that, 48 hours ago? I got you that. That was a rumor. You heard the rumor today. I got you it before. I got you the rumor of the rumor. I hope you noticed that. But essentially, we don't have a date. That's what I was telling you when I dropped it, is that people are talking about a 10-year, it's like a 4-year study for Alzheimer's, and it could be huge. Like I was saying, if NVO turns into an Alzheimer's stock, that's a game changer, but we just don't know the date. So they mentioned it today, but even then, it didn't have anything on there. So we will see, but Chatadonia, game time. Oh, we got to hurry up here. Oh, I was having too much good conversation with the Chad. But man, we have 7 hours of that. And here at that cult, before we do anything, before we chase $1, before we enrich ourselves, we got to pay homage to a very special group of people that has made a sacrifice that most of us never have and ever will. And I am talking about the veterans of the United States of America. On behalf of the cult, the people here, the people not here, we want to give a huge special shout out. Active service, past service, anybody who has served this country for real. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for saying no to the pleasantries and comforts of civilian life to serve something greater. And you did it with honor, bro. And today, all of us little traitors and people trying to do stuff, It's funny because without your sacrifice, without the freedom you guys have helped guarantee, I don't think we would be here right now. And I think we'd be doing a lot of different stuff. So I think we should honor that, every single one of you, even if you haven't served, man. A good way to let society fail is not honor those who gave up everything for you. So veterans, God bless you and thank you. And I know words are just words, and you live in America and everybody just talks. So I hope you get the land. I hope you get the stocks, the real estate. It's your turn. I hope I could help with the info and take these words and bring them to real life, brother. But at the very least, we do appreciate you. We love you, and God bless you and your families, because they made the sacrifice too. So thank you. And big shout out to everybody else out there giving back to their local communities. Doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, everybody making their community run, baby. God bless you and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of a bitch! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horn up. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. You feel it? I'll encourage you to feel it. I encourage you to think it. I encourage you to believe it. It's a great day, brother. Oh, yeah. Thank you, veterans. Are you kidding me? Y'all are so blessed. Oh, we live in a blessing. We out there. We really out here. All right, baby. I think we gotta go. Oh, no. Okay, I thought we were behind. But, yeah, it should take you there. If it doesn't, I still love you. And what's meant to be. What's meant to be is meant to be. First of the month, government shutdown, ISM data. So we'll get a little bit. Other than that, we'll see where it leads us. Oh, yeah, and I unbanned everybody. We could talk about it on the next video. But, yeah, so here's the link to the next video. I'll see you guys there. Have a wonderful day if I don't, and make sure you get that long term, and make sure you control your mind and take captive every single thought. If you don't think today's going to be a good day, go back to bed, wake up, try it again, and then say it's going to be a good day. Oh, it's a great day. Bye.